Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It is June 2nd, and it's been about 10 days since I did my trip on May 22nd. I hope you all had a blessed Memorial Day and remembered what it was all about. I didn't leave a video last week because I was in the midst of my recovery period. When I did my trip in 2017, it took me a month to recover. This time it didn't take long at all, honestly. That next day, Sunday, I was doing some installation of some cameras at church, and I really wasn't that sore. My hands were a little sore, and my back was really sore down the muscles on the back of them. They were bruised from pushing into the kayak for so long. And then my shoulders, my joints are loose. I got bad shoulders from being in service anyway. But Monday I was back in the fitness center, and my trainer was surprised I was there. I was like, well, this is a proper way to recover. So I was there for about just over 2 hours. I didn't go crazy. And I did light weights, testing on my shoulders, seeing, how bad the joints really were. And, trying to get my hands moving again. But after that, I haven't had any problems. So I'm back to my normal routine. I've actually been training for long distance bike trips. I got a really nice bicycle, and I haven't put any miles on it since I got it 2 years ago. And with my endurance up to where I've been wanting it to be, now's the time to start putting some miles on that thing. So yeah, I've been doing 8, 9, 10 mile trips. I did this past Sunday. I rode out to the Veterans Cemetery and back, and it was a 20-mile ride, and it felt great. So the muscles are strong. My heart rate is good. My lungs are in shape. So I've been pushing for that. I still plan on doing some more long distance trips. Like to do the chain one more time, but not twice. I'd actually like to guide this one, and I got friends of mine that would love for me to take them out, and not necessarily worry about a time unless they really want to. And I've decided to start teaching some classes, no profit, and I'm talking to my boss, and maybe do it under his business, and if not, then just get out there and start throwing on some classes for friends of mine for beginner kayak or river kayak or class 2 or less rapids. I'm not qualified to really do whitewater. I have no idea how to do whitewater, honestly. Class 1 and 2, yeah, you just go for it. And then of course the long distance stuff I can train on, and there's a lot of information to know. Paddle techniques, weight balance, what you should be working out, what types of food to eat, and the recovery. The recovery is super important. When I talked to my trainer on Monday, and her and I were discussing this, it's so important to recover properly. If you don't know what to work out and how much, or it's a fine balance between doing too much and too little when you recover after something like that. And anybody that's out there that does the marathon running or long distance bicycling or long distance hiking, anything long distance that's endurance, that's above and beyond what somebody that would say, I'm going to do a marathon. Well, what about the person that does a 50-mile? I got a friend of mine that he does 50-mile marathons. It's crazy. But him and I understand what it takes to train for, to recover, nutrition and everything else. And it's a mental aspect too. You got to be smarter than your body, but you got to be listening to your body too. I have lost some strength. I think that's because of the weight I lost. I'm still sitting at 157, so I'd gained some back, but And admit it, I have to my candy bar, and those Cinnabons in the morning are pretty tasty too. But like my wife said, you burn it off. But you don't let those become a habit. So today it's all salads and fruits and stuff like that. And I got some tuna fish, and I'll be eating that. So yeah, I'm still kind of in the recovery period, but now I'm going forward to my next event, which is going to be the 50-mile plus bike ride in a day. I've got a great bike. It's a Giant. It's a Roam 3. It's incredible. I figure that'll take me about 4 hours to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that here in the next couple of weeks. What else am I going to do? Like I said, I'd like to do the chain one more time. I would love to do a river trip again. My son and I went from Amherst to Brainerd's Bridge in Waupaca. That was about 28 miles. It was a fabulous trip. Just incredible. The water was high on the Waupaca/Tomorrow, and the rapids were fun. But you don't go it alone, because there's spots out there that you can get in trouble. And there's been a couple of people who asked me, hey, would you guide this? Would you take us out? Yeah, I'll take you out. So that's in the future too. And then some leisurely stuff. My wife and I were talking today, and she's mentioned in the past, we haven't gone fishing. So I gathered up the fishing gear, and let's pop those boats in the water and just go fishing for a day. Looking forward to do that. And somebody else, a good friend of mine, said, well, what's next? I'm not a world-class kayaker. I'm just a guy that likes to do long distance, and I do it for a reason, whether it be family, friends, the vets, the law enforcement, men and women who put their lives out there every day, cancer, heart disease, whatever. I do it for a reason. But I told him, I said, the Wisconsin River, from wherever it begins to wherever it ends in Wisconsin. And that's what I want to do. And there's a gentleman out there, I don't remember his name, but there's a gentleman out there who did that this year, or is attempting to do it. I'm not looking to break any records. I have a goal of doing it in 7 days or less. And I want to finish up on the 4th of July or the day before. I'm not going to do this next year. My wife and I are going to go on a cruise. We're going to chill out. I'm going to still do some long distance stuff, but 2013, that'll give me plenty of time to really push harder than I even did for this past trip 2 weeks ago, to do this one in 2013. So I need the 2 years and do the research and talk to people. Got a friend of mine right now. She's an amazing woman, Tracy Lynn Martin. Look her up. She's going for a world record of the Mississippi, and I'm tracking her every day. And she's world class. She set some world records, and she's amazing. She's got rheumatoid arthritis, and she's just pushing. So, my trip on the 22nd. Again, I did it for the right reason, and God blessed me with some great people, some great trainers, and some motivation, and I did that in a day, and I'm proud of it. It was an accomplishment for the right reason. But Tracy is doing this every single day. She's going 50 miles a day, and this river is like over 2,300 miles long. So what I did and what she's doing, the two can't even compare. And what I did is like so minimal compared to what she's doing. I'm so honored to know her. She's amazing. Look her up. Check out Tracy Lynn Martin. Google it, and it's got her Facebook page on there. So anyway, that's the update. Sorry, it's been like 10 days, but I have really had to concentrate on my training, the recovery, and that's actually harder than doing the training itself. So love and peace, God bless, and paddle on.